Come on.
Dynasty is yeah. Dynasty is live. Yeah. Dynasty is live. Get it back. Yeah. From the ground floor. Yeah, we started with a vision. Blueprint in the smoke, guard pressure, all precision. Late nights, hard calls, every move had a reason. Built it brick by brick, now the whole room fever. Hope I've been hit big, felt the love in the crowd. Hands in the air, yeah, they said it out loud. Every grin, every shout, we could feel it come down. From a sea to a wave, now we run this town. Hold up, you can hear it in the brass. Cut sharp, cut clean. Every step got a stamp, every bar got steam. We've been moving too fast for the old out team. Now the name hit the room like a loud wire beam. Now the dynasty is live. Now the dynasty is live.
Welcome back to Brick Dynasty Live, a now Tuesday night show. So for everybody in the replay gang, that's why you're missing us, because we have moved. We are now on Tuesday nights. And our first Tuesday night guest is the king of the jungle.
Hey.
We have Click and Cliff. Welcome, sir.
Well, thanks for having me. You doing all right?
Yeah. Doing well. It's a weird feeling, man, being here on Tuesday night.
I'm sure. Change is good, right?
Yeah. Well, and now I can actually watch you guys and not have to have interference there, which is great. I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. You can join us too if you want.
Right. Oh, we got a Brick Babe in the chat too. Hey, Lene. All right. So before we went live, you had started off telling your Lego origin story. And let's jump right back into that.
Okay. Well, I say what, 2019? No, was it before that? Anyway, I was a firefighter for 20 years, full time, and I think it was like 2015. I had to retire medically because, like I said, my stomach exploded. Basically, I don't know. They called it diverticulitis, and it just kind of made it sickening. Exploded. So I had to have surgery, emergency surgery, and during that time, I had a blood clot and a pulmonary embolism, which caused me to be on life support for about 2 months. I got septic from the surgery, and they threw a blood clot in the lung. So I was on life support for about a month and a half, 2 months, and then anyway, I had to go to nursing home, learn how to walk again, because see what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. So me being on life support, I had to learn how to walk again, and I had to learn how to do a lot of things by myself.
My God.
And then finally, I was sitting in the easy chair, depressed. I was on medication for depression and all that stuff. And all I was doing was watching TV. And I clicked on Lego Masters. It was the very first season. And I told the wife, I said, I used to do that when I was a kid. And she went out to the dollar store the next day and bought me a Captain America mech. I built that, and I told her I need more of that. So we went, and she bought me some more, and that's where all this began. It actually ended up, I met a lot of good friends in the Lego community. I actually stopped taking, I got off the depression pills because I wasn't depressed anymore. I was able to actually use my hands and feel like I accomplished something. So that's where all this came from.
Wow, that's amazing. So Lego got you off your medication.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It was a trying time. I'm telling you, you worked for 20 years, then it just like basically hit a brick wall, complete stop. You're wondering what you need to do. You don't do the same things you did before.
Man.
So I had to learn how to live and not be working. I can't. There for a long time, I couldn't pick up 10 pounds. So they put me on full disability, and that's where I still can't lift. They upped me. I can lift 15 pounds now, but that's about it.
Man, so 15 pounds. So that's more or less a decent size UCS set.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
so you can still handle the important stuff, right?
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, that's
Yeah,
where I started out at.
man. Okay. So you had Lego as a kid? Did you
No,
actually collect? No?
I okay. Here's my Lego story as a kid. I had the classic Lego sets, the classic, just the brick, and
Yeah.
I'd build a wall, and I run my Hot Wheels down the track and try to crash through the wall. That was the extent of my Lego building.
All right. Uh, that's funny.
But no, I think I had a couple sets when I was a kid. My mom gave me, but then I just played with, and they got lost over. I think it was a Western set because I remember a TP and a little cowboy,
Yeah.
but I don't know whatever happened to it.
Yeah, they can't get away with that stuff anymore.
No,
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Heather popped in. We
my
have
other,
Liam's with us,
hi Liam,
and Sarah. Patty the theater dog is here.
hi
Hello,
Sarah,
guys. Good to see you. And Seth Bland
Seth,
Music. What's going on?
and that's my buddy.
Uh, man. Okay. The Indians. My God, that's
I, that's all I remember. Cowboy, and I think there was an. I don't know. I don't even know what set it was. That's how off I am on it.
well. Okay, so you came back, or well, I don't know. You restarted, but kind of for the first time, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Yes.
Uh, that was uh, my math is terrible here. That was 7 or 8 years ago now,
Mhm.
somewhere in there. Okay,
8
and
years.
all right, and steady straight through.
Steady. I touch Lego almost every day.
Wow, that's great. And when was it that you discovered the Lego community? Because that doesn't necessarily come hand in hand, right?
No, I don't. I was building Star Wars. I think my wife went and bought me the uh, the little playset of the Millennium Falcon.
Hmm.
I don't know what year. It may have been 2019. I'm never good on what year what set comes out, but I was bored. I was watching TV. I used to just listen to music on YouTube. So I wonder if there's anything about Lego on YouTube, and I just typed in Lego, and of course all the big names come up: Brixie, Brixar, and all that. So I clicked on them, and then I got on Brixie. I'm not ashamed of saying it, but I watched him and I joined his membership, and then in his membership he had those Zoom meetings where we all can get on Zoom and have a conversation and talk to other people. I talked to Boone, Builds, and I talked to a bunch, and then I met Mayo Hosco on there, and
Love
there was
Mayo.
another person there, and I started seeing them pop up on YouTube, so I started watching them, and that's where I found what I call my circle is there. So it just came from there.
That's great, man. Okay, so the Brixie conversation that's a whole different conversation, I
Yeah,
suppose. But I mean, thinking strictly of like city, Brixie is a good start for that, right?
right, right. Well, I I I started watching Brixie, and I started watching other people.
Mhm.
I started noticing, and please don't hate me, city builders. Don't hate me. I do think that the cities are awesome, but I started thinking, everybody's got the same building. You got the same modular building in each city. It's all different. So I went the other way. I went and I was real big on Jurassic World. I love the movies. So I started on in my little garage back then. I had a little old kitchen table. It's on my channel if y'all want to go. It's not very good, but I made me a Jurassic World layout, and I go, I want to do this. But then Castle came in my life, and I'm like, oh. And I had a old dresser that I put my Castle stuff on. And it just grew. I'm telling you, it's crazy how fast stuff grows when you're doing this kind of hobby. And so when I moved from that house because it flooded, so we had
Oh
to
no.
get to another house. So we went to a house, and I just want to concentrate on Castle. So I did away with my Jurassic World, and tell you what, I got this shop out here, and I watched them rewatched them movies. It got me itching. I'm going to do that again. I got room. I'm going to do my Jurassic Park again. So that's going to be happening soon.
Awesome. How do you feel about the new stuff?
The new sets.
Yeah.
I tell you what, they're hitting in my. I can't pronounce the word very well, but like the Goonies
Mm-hmm.
and Jaws. That's stuff that I grew up watching.
Yep.
So yeah, that tugs at my heart. I have to buy it.
Yeah.
But as far as like city and I'm not interested in the city theme or I'll tell you what, the 301 creators is where it's at. I'm telling
Yes. Yeah.
you. You get
That
three
seems
different I
good.
mean, especially if you're on a budget, if you can't buy Lego every day, you can buy 3-in-1 sets and get 3 different builds out of that one set. So
Well, and now they're doing a great job trapping people because the set builds 3 different parts of the family. So you
mhm,
get the lion and whatever she's called, the lioness, I guess, and
right.
then you get the 2 cubs. So now you got to buy the set 3 times to get the whole family.
Yes, yes,
That's good thinking, and they're all good.
yes, they are. And but when I was trying to collect my brick, because I like to build mocks too,
Mhm.
and I think those are great too because I'd buy those creator sets and build that on a stream. Then I'll just tear it apart and put it and part out in my parts where I can build something else later on down the road. So that's a good collection of parts too, especially finding on clearance.
Yeah, and it's all useful stuff. There's
Right?
not a whole lot of garbage mixed in there.
Not really.
All right, so Castle and Jurassic Park. Is there a way to integrate the 2?
I've had friends ask me about that. I can't. I can't. I have OCD.
Okay,
I
fair
can't,
enough.
I can't mix the two worlds together for some reason. I know everybody. It's fantasy. You can do it. I can't. I can't. I personally can't. So I'll have to. I'll have 2 different layouts.
Okay. Now I'm trying to think. So, what was his name? Boris Vallejo or something. I think was the artist name. He did the artwork for the old Conan the Barbarian stuff.
Okay.
Remember that? And those characters had almost maybe not Castle, just something slightly predating Castle kind of vibe, but there were dinosaurs mixed in there.
Okay. Now you
Maybe
didn't ask
similar.
me about dragons.
Ooh, which I guess is the natural evolution there, right? Because
Right.
a dragon is kind of a dinosaur with wings, right?
Right.
It's
That's
fire.
I. Well, I got into Castle, and then I got inspired by watching the Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I know it's probably the horrible book in movies, but it inspired me. That's what I like. I like the dragons. So every Ninjago set that comes out with a dragon, I'm buying it.
Right on.
I like dragons. As far as intertwining the dinosaurs, I just can't. I just can't do that. In my mind, I can't see how I would make that work.
Okay. We'll have to see if there's a crossover event in like a comic or something that'll make sense. But
Yeah, we could possibly do that for sure.
all right, so dragons then with Castle, something like Dungeons and Dragons fits in. That's right at home, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, I never. I had friends that played Dungeons and Dragons. I never played. I can't think quick on my feet enough to play that kind of game. And I want to try it, but I just never got to hang out with anybody that played it to teach me.
Okay, all right. You're familiar with the set though, right?
Yes, I did
Would you?
not buy it. I wish I did.
Yeah. Well, you still get a little time. You get till July or so, right?
I guess if it's still in stock, I don't even know.
Yeah, it was very briefly 20% off on Shields yesterday, but
Oh,
yeah, it sold out in, I don't know, an hour or two. I missed it too, which I was not happy about because I was holding out for a discount. I'm still convinced I'll find it. Let's see. All right. I never know how to say this. Zizu?
Zizu.
Zizu. Okay.
He's another one of my pals.
There you go. All right. Welcome. It's good to see you. Oh, man, it's such a great name.
Zizu.
Okay, so Castle came because of Game of Thrones. Where am I here? Okay. I'm going back in my. So you have so much out on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
You've recorded a lot. So kind of mentally going through all of your journey there, it's a lot to run through.
it is, and that's another part of what helped me get through everything. Is at first I was just building Lego. I'm not made of money, so I'd buy a couple of sets. Things that'll last me till a couple of months. No, a couple of days. I'm like, I need something to do.
Yeah.
And my buddy Seth, that you see in the chat, we were hanging out in the backstage. Well, and I never made a video. He goes, why don't you make a video of what? Everything you do. Okay, me being naive, and that helps me get through. Makes me have something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just do it, and I just kept doing it. I'm in it to make friends and meet new people like yourself, and that's the only reason why I did it, and I've accomplished that.
I love it. And your extreme close-ups are fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that.
And everybody can see my pretty face.
Oh yeah. Oh, a video wouldn't be complete without it.
That's
Yep.
right.
Cliff is everywhere, Heather says. Yes.
Yeah. It gives me something to do. It gives me something I can work on, and where I'm not being bored and start getting in my own head. And it's kind of a hobby. That's all I've treated YouTube as a hobby with my Lego hobby. And I like to show everybody what I'm doing.
There's the line.
Are you listening?
Yep. Oh man, I love it so much. Yeah. How do you decide what you're going to record? Do you plan it out, or do you just say, you know what, I just spur of the moment, this is what I feel like today?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just go, you know what, right here looks good. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, 'cause you have, the group show and the podcast. You do some interviews, some reviews, like tours of your own stuff and updates. You cover all the bases.
Yeah, I had somebody told me that since I was making content, because everything's content, everything you do concerning Lego is content. So I took that and well, I'll just video it. Let people see me. And I don't edit nothing. What you're seeing is pure me. I don't know how to edit very good, so I don't do it. So everything you see on my videos is one shot.
I love that.
You're not getting no edited clip, I'm telling you.
Well, at least there's never going to be any confusion about whether you're working AI into your videos, right?
You're correct. I don't do that.
I think editing is one of the bigger holdbacks for me, and why I don't do any like pre-recorded stuff. Editing sucks. It takes time. It's a lot of work, and I don't want to learn anything new right now.
Well, editing, editing is my form of editing is I make different clips and I just put them back. I might put in a transition because it tells me on my screen that I could do that. Now, I've seen people do videos of editing. Like I've seen Brick Eye for one. He put up. He has all these lines everywhere. I said, there ain't no way in heck I know what he's doing. There is no way I know what I'm doing there.
Yeah, and that Hive has done some incredible work, and
Yeah, I'm
the
like,
intros he does are unreal.
yeah, I can nope. I go. I'm the I guess we call it lazy guy. I just do it. Hey, this works right here. Hey, at least you all know that you're getting 100% me. I'm not faking anything.
Yeah. What do you record with?
My computer, my phone.
Okay. All right. So you use webcam when you're recording on the computer?
Right now, I'm on my webcam.
Okay.
When I'm on live, I'm using webcam. When I do the vlogs where you see me sitting like this, I'm on my webcam. But then when you see me do my room tours or reviews or whatever, I'm on my phone. I have a Canon that I'm learning how to use now. I had
high
it for a
tech.
couple years, and I built me a light box and everything. So I'm learning how to use that now. So be prepared, people.
Oh, the evolution is coming.
The evolution of Click and Cliff. That's scary.
The future is here. Let's catch up with chat here. Liam is also a one-shot guy. I appreciate that. Don't mind me. I tease and criticize, but don't have a channel. See, that's not the worst way to be, because then people can't come back and say, well, your work sucks too, because they don't have anything to compare it to. You could be a genius and nobody'd ever know.
These are
Troublemaker Bricks. Hello.
What's up, Troublemaker? Zizu, he's a good guy. He tries to act mean, but he's actually a good guy.
That's kind of BFAB's MO too.
Yeah.
Yep. You get that touch of snark, but the jab is always kind of followed by a hug.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I love that. So so you said when you were with Brixie is when you kind of found your crew?
Yes.
Okay. And then everybody traveled from Brixie with you everywhere you've gone since then?
No. I was a lurker more than I was a typer because I was busy building and I just wanted somebody to listen to while I was talk about Lego. And I went to that one Zoom meeting, and that's where I found Mayo and heaven forbid I forgot his name now, but Yeti, Cajun Yeti, and Seth.
Okay.
And I would go, and I one night I was clicking on my TV on YouTube, and here they are going live. I said, "Hey, I know these people. I talked to them here a couple of days ago." So I started watching them and started getting in them, and then that's where I found the people who hang out with me is through all them.
Okay.
So that's where I found this side of the community, and I actually like this side better because when you did type in there, you didn't really get a lot of good responses with people. You didn't really get that connection, like a friendship connection.
Mm.
Take it over here to the smaller channels, and they actually conversate with you. Oh, they're talking to me. So I talk back, and then we had a conversation. That's why I like this side of the community a lot better than I did the other.
Yeah. Oh, Liam's out of here. See you later, Liam.
Bye, Liam.
Always a pleasure.
Hey, pig.
Oh, Clever Bix here. What's going on? Yeah, it's funny because the community is massive and also really small.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have so many little sections.
Clicks.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to say that, but I suppose in some cases the word works.
I agree.
Yeah, and I don't know why that word just feels so negative to me.
It does. It does sound kind of negative. It's like you're not in my clique. We can't be friends,
Yeah,
which I despise that. I don't like cliques myself.
yeah,
I like to go out and meet people. So I don't care what side of the fence you're on, or on the what group you hang out with. Hey,
yeah,
let's talk. We can still be friends. You can still hang out with your peeps.
yeah,
I can hang out with mine, but we can still be friends.
yeah. Yeah, and what was the movie? Was it Mean Girls? Yeah, there doesn't need to be any of that.
Mm-mm.
Everybody can be cool and go do their own thing, and
Right.
we all start off with common ground, right?
Yes.
It's the Lego community, so it's kind of the brick first, and everybody stems from there.
Yep. It started with a break, but it actually done a lot more. I mean, you made friends, and that's what's so awesome about this community is how many friends you can actually make.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for the community, I would not have my friends who I talk with today, and that's being for sure for real. I mean, if I mean, I'd probably be here by myself and make very many friends, but I got a lot of friends that's in the community that I talk to every day.
and they become real friends, right?
Yes,
They're not Lego friends.
they're
They're
family.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't trade this community for nothing for real.
Oh, love from Heather.
Yeah, she she's a good soul.
Yep, I've learned that.
Yeah,
Oh, go in all caps for you. There you go.
yeah, that Zizi's awesome.
Oh, Sean's here too. Welcome, Sean. Good to
What's
see you.
up, Sean?
Sean had like a marathon stream the other night, and
Really?
then was back on streaming again yesterday somehow. Sean, I
Uh,
don't know how you were upright for that build stream. It's,
a lot of caffeine.
I guess. I think the show, whatever it was, going into the fourth there, Thursday night. I think they went for like 5 hours or something crazy.
Hmm.
That's long.
Dang.
5 hours is long. Troublemaker says, learning a lot from Cliff.
Uh,
That's good.
I don't know what you're learning. Hopefully, not bad habits.
Sarah says, going into lurk mode. It's 2:30 a.m. Oh, my
Whew.
word. All
Middle of
right.
the night.
Well, get some sleep, Sarah. We will see you very soon, I'm sure.
For sure.
Coolhan's going to put some pieces on his set tomorrow, I believe. So we'll see you over there.
Nice.
Coolhan hit 600 subs last night.
I saw that. He posted that this morning on Instagram. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's getting up there.
Yep. It's good to see. He's deserved it. He's worked hard and he's a good guy.
I've actually got to know him more. I didn't really know him before that 48-hour charity stream. I got involved in that with you guys. I got to know him. He's a pretty cool dude.
Yep. Yep. Just make sure when you talk to him, you get a little bit extra time to spare.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Coolhan's a great guy. So hopefully he can pull off his 1,000 subs soon because his daily streams are going to drive him crazy before too much longer. I think today was day 60 something in a row for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, all my friends go sub to Cool Hand Luke.
Yep, for sure. Give him a day off. He's getting married soon. He could use a break.
Oh no! Wait! Oh, no. Save him. Don't. I'm kidding. I'm horrible.
Yeah, he's going to go live on his wedding day, probably for 5 minutes or something, just to, check that box and say you did it.
There
And
you
his soon-to-be wife is great, so
go. Good deal.
he won't get too much of a hard time for it.
See, you asked the same question you did earlier.
Oh yeah, look at that.
He's the one who keeps asking me. I can't do it. Sorry, Zizu.
We'll figure out a way for it to make sense. Which one was it? Oh God. I'm gonna get my American history all screwed up here. Um, one of the U.S. presidents. When was that? Um, my dad is watching some show about like the American frontier,
Hmm.
and he was telling me that whatever president was around back then thought that there might still be dinosaurs on the West Coast because it had never really been explored before. Nobody had ever really gone out there.
Ooh. It must
So
be. It must have been an earlier president. Then
yeah, yeah, yep,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
So when
I do not know. I don't know that much about what.
do you ever think of do a city mock?
No, I won't. But my daughter is. So I got her looped in doing the city out there. She won a table to work on a friend's city. So I think she's going to try out one.
Oh man, so you're already getting your space commandeered.
My wife, I tell you, I try to get out of here to get out of the house so they won't have to put up with me and they follow me out there.
Man, I'm gonna fly out there and install a lock for you. Put up a little partition,
There you
wall them off.
go.
I do that for you. Off we go. Yeah, bad modular experience.
Yes,
Oh,
I have.
what is that?
Okay, I never had bought a modular ever since I've been in Lego.
Mhm.
So I decided I'm going to build one, and I picked the assembly square because it was back when it was on sale right before it retired. It was like a huge discount on it on Lego, and I went and purchased it. And that big building came in 6 different steps, and I had to sort. And it just irritated me. I I said I won't buy another one. I won't buy another one.
Wow. Okay. So the problem wasn't necessarily the build. The problem was the way Lego packaged it.
Yeah, you're talking to a guy who has hardly any patience for
Mm,
one. And I sat there. I was doing it on a live stream. I was building it on a live stream, so I didn't build on it off camera.
okay.
So to my surprise, when I opened it, there's 6 steps, and there was like, to me it seemed like 100 bags. Okay, so I sat there and opened it up and sorted it all out, and I don't know. I did not have fun building that for some reason. It just did not tickle my fancy.
Seth saying was that before numbered bags.
No, it had, well, yeah, it didn't have like one bag, one, two, three. It had, there was steps. It was like
Okay.
step one had like 10 bags. Step two had 10 bags. Step
Oh, that's
three
terrible.
had like, yeah, it was frustrating. So that,
Yeah.
here I thought I would have that done in a couple of streams. Took me 2 months because I had to sort it out before I even get to build it.
That sounds terrible.
It was terrible.
Oh man.
I try to
Yeah.
think to keep my streams a family friendly, but I think I let a couple words slip on that stream.
Uh yeah. Do you have younger people come into your streams?
I they may the people that's usually in my streams that I know they're older, my age.
Mm,
But you get a couple streamers in there that you don't know what their age is. I don't ask them their age. I do have a warning there in my description. This is adult content.
okay.
So be view at your own risk or whatever. But most of the people that come to mind is about around my age,
Okay.
about 100
Right
years
on.
old. I don't know.
Oh, come on now. I think we're pretty close in age, so let's not go the 100 route. Although, yeah, there are those days where you kind of feel it, but yeah,
For sure.
not there yet. Man, I can't imagine the days before numbered bags. I wasn't around for that, and that just all sounds terrible.
It, I tell you, I never. That was my first experience of that. I'm used to doing the newer stuff. Bag one, bag two, bag
Yeah,
three, and that had maybe one bag or maybe I think there was a set that had two number one bags, but nothing like the assembly square was.
yeah. We live in a proper society with numbered bags.
Yeah, has to be proper Lego.
Yeah. Well, and nowadays you don't know if you're actually going to get all of the correct numbered bags.
True, true. And we're a premium company, right?
Oh yeah. Remember when Django's Slave One came out, the UCS set there,
Mhm.
uh, came out for Osif's birthday, and set of his life, so excited, gonna build it live over however many days it took him. The poor kid, they screwed up the bags in his set,
Oh no.
and like you could tell he was having a hard time keeping it together, and
You,
everybody was so bummed out for him.
and you pay that much money for that and they mess it up. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Let's not even get me started on stickers.
uh, you have a tough time with those?
I have a problem when you pay $300 for a set and there's a sticker in there.
Yeah.
If it's $100 and less, you can fill them up with stickers.
Yeah.
But you pay that high price tag, I don't want to see a sticker one.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's not like they're only making one of the set.
Right.
And, it's a big expense, for the one. They're spreading it out over so many. They can just absorb that.
I agree.
Yeah. Heather, what's proper? We're not proper. No, just bag numbers are proper. The people don't need to be proper.
That's right.
I myself struggle with any kind of being proper.
Same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I mean, now that so many people have seen me with a mohawk and a pink onesie,
Hey,
the days of
my
being
hats
proper are
off
over.
to you. I
Oh,
wore a dress before on stream. I get it.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I said before the stream started, I mean, for the right money, I mean, not for me, for the charity, of course,
Right.
I would do basically anything. Who was it? Jen? I'm pretty sure it was Jen. Jen Builds. Paid $150 for me to blow up a balloon of ranch dressing over my head.
Whew.
That was smelly.
Sure.
I was good and hungry after that one.
It was a fun stream. I learned a lot in there as I was doing stuff in my room here. Pretty good stream.
Yeah, that was that was a good
It,
time.
it was.
Yeah. Did you catch any of the Australian hours?
I did not. I think I was
Okay.
probably asleep by then.
Yeah.
I think I did catch Liam on the stream.
Okay. Wow, was Liam the last one on? I think, yeah, Liam was the last one on, so it would have been early morning here.
Yeah.
Uh, those Aussie hours were tough. I mean, not because I was too tired, but they got a little raunchy. The language got a little out of control.
You gotta watch them Aussies, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, yeah, it was great. And yeah, we definitely have the not for kids box checked on these shows because you just
Right.
never know.
And if they come in, it's their own fault. We gave plenty of warning.
Yep, yep, yeah. I mean, we're only talking about a kid's toy over here. Of course, the language will be terrible.
Well, you put it that way.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Liam with the spider. That's right. Oh, yeah. So, all right. So I'm looking at you here. The beard coming back in. What made you get rid of the beard there for a minute?
well, I only. I'll start out by saying this. You're not the first person who asked this. I get asked that a lot. But I always grow a winter beard and I shave it off every year. from September to about March is when I grow my beard.
You can grow that much beard in that short a time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a hairy gorilla. What are you talking about? Yeah.
My word.
I shave it off and I'll grow me a goatee for the summer. And then about September, I'll start growing it back out.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
You know, I tell you, when I was on the fire department, I couldn't have a beard. So there was
Yeah.
20 years where I shaved every day. When I got out of it, I said, I don't have to shave no more. So I can grow a goatee or a beard now, whatever I want.
It's funny. My father-in-law did the same thing. He was a pilot for he retired at 65. He went in the Air Force at 19, I think. I think he was 19. So yeah, I mean, he had to be clean shaven forever. He
Mm-hmm.
was retired for like 2 months and then grew out a big beard for a while just to see what it was like. Did Cliffy say taco meat?
No, I didn't say taco meat.
I didn't hear anything about taco meat, but now I'm interested.
Oh, Heather. Well, I'll let Heather explain it to you.
Oh,
It's a hairy chest.
oh, okay.
I did not say that. Miss Heather, you said it. I didn't know what that meant till I met you.
I would not have connected chest hair to taco meat.
I didn't either until I met Heather. And I got informed.
Huh. That's got to be some kind of regional thing. I don't
Must
know.
be. What's up, Alexandria?
And Hoarder's here now too. What's going on, man? Dr. Ian Malcolm. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he had the little tuft out of the collar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about where I'm at come winter time. It's the winter coat, right?
There you
Ugh.
go.
All right,
I mean,
let's go
I've
back to
got it,
stuff.
but I don't like showing it. I never was like, I never, that's just weird to me.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Uh, all right. Well, okay. So talking about Ian Malcolm there, did you like all of the Jurassic World movies?
every one of them.
Every one of them, huh? Okay.
Jurassic Park to me is like Star Wars for the Star Wars people. That was my thing. I like. There's a couple of the movies that were kind of far fetched.
Yeah.
But for the whole, man, there's dinosaurs. Come on, you gotta like it for the dinosaurs.
Yeah. I find it very odd when you find a guy who doesn't have some kind of appreciation for dinosaurs. I think like the little boy in us will never die, and
Right.
the interest in dinos is always there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I I remember when I was young, the first Jurassic Park movie came out, and my cousin took me there to watch it, and there was so many. So it was. I mean, I don't know how old I was. 14, 15 years old, maybe. I don't remember, but going into the theater watching it scared the bejesus out of me that I liked it. You know, do you see these big old dinosaurs? Roar! Like, heck yeah, I like it. So yeah, I'm a big Jurassic Park movie guy. I like it.
Jurassic Park came out in 1993.
Shoot, I don't even know how old I was back then.
Yeah, that movie was just groundbreaking in so many ways. You know,
It
it was
was.
so big and so like loud. I remember it being really loud, and it was cool.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. I played the game. I watched all the cartoons. I mean, I've watched everything that has Jurassic World on it.
Yeah.
I've not read the book yet, but plan on it.
The book was good as far as I remember. I don't know. I was in like, middle school or something when I read that. It's been a long time. But the movie was good. I mean, 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 the movie the cartoons were great. Camp Cretaceous was
Mhm.
awesome, and then what the hell was the one that evolved into? Chaos Theory.
Yeah, Chaos Theory. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I really enjoyed those.
I thought you know what. Part of me thinks it's better. Them were better than some of the movies
Yeah,
as at the storytelling. But
yeah, yeah. I'll agree. I mean, I feel the same way about Star Wars. I think the animated stuff is better than the majority of the live action.
Heather, you call Jurassic Park the Jurassic Park movies and Jurassic World the Jurassic World movies. But as all, I just call it Jurassic Park World. I don't know.
Mm.
That's a hard question.
Yeah, I think I kind of feel like most people call it based on, whatever generation they started off at.
I've always called it Jurassic Park. I know people get on, well, it's Jurassic World. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, you got it, or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, the difference between Jurassic Park and Jurassic World is just what's like what
The
side of the
name.
fence you're on, pretty much, right?
It all leads from Jurassic Park, the first
Yeah.
one. I mean, even in Jurassic World, there's stuff leading back to Jurassic Park. So I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
Do you think they're done, or you think they're going to keep going?
They're coming out with another one. I forgot what they called it.
They are okay.
They broke off from the old characters. Like
Mm,
what we watch. Owen Pratt, Chris Pratt, and all them,
yeah,
and the old ones, Malcolm and all them. They started a new series, Jurassic
yeah,
World Rebirth, whatever,
yeah. Scarlett
with a whole new
Johansson.
yes, with a whole new cast. So there's going to be two more.
Okay,
I'm pretty darn sure.
interesting. So I was ready to be done, and then I saw Scarlett Johansson was going to be in the new one, and I just couldn't not. So I watch it and I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't great, but it was entertaining. It,
That's just it. Where are they going to go with it now? I
I
mean,
don't know.
uh, you've done everything in the first six movies and the cartoons. I mean, what are you going to do that's new?
Yeah, I mean, they almost need to go backwards now instead of trying to go forward.
I would love to see a prequel to Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
How they gave you a little bit of a cave scene that they found the amber and all that stuff at the very first movie. Be kind of cool to see. Hey, we're gonna go look for dinosaur DNA and do a movie from there. And
yeah.
be kind of
Uh,
interesting.
yeah. So, all right. So we had world, we had park. What would be the next thing smaller than a park? Be like Jurassic Office Unit, or like
Well, maybe Jurassic Park, the beginning or something. I don't know. Beginning of Jurassic Park.
yeah, yeah. I'm there
I'd,
for it.
I'd be there to watch it. Look, even though if you don't like, the stuff in there is far fetched. Like the scene, was it Jurassic, the, the second Jurassic World, where you got Owen Pratt running. How's he running the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yep. Yeah.
And the little ball that I forgot what they call it, the atmosphere or the geosphere ball,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dinosaurs. You gotta like it because of the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I look at Godzilla the same way. I'll watch every Godzilla movie that comes out
Right.
until the end of time. You don't watch them because they're realistic. I mean,
Mm-mm.
give me a break, right?
Yeah. I like to know where you can go right now to see a real dinosaur. I mean, you can. I mean, okay. You, you, I on Netflix they got this new documentary called The Dinosaurs,
Hmm.
and I still haven't watched it because I like dinosaurs. All my time I thought like the crocodiles were no dinosaur. They're actually from the ancestor of the amphibians. They're not even part. A bird is a descendant of the dinosaurs.
Interesting. Okay.
Turkey is the closest thing you'll see for a raptor.
A turkey.
Turkey, and
Wow.
You go out to look at a bird, you're seeing a dinosaur. So they're still around. There's not what we grew up thinking they were.
Clever pig. All right. I'm just gonna have to click on it. I'm gonna take your hand, Cliff, and show you the wonderful, wonderful world of museums.
Come on, pig. I'll hold your hand any day.
Oh man.
What a good guy.
Oh, that's great. You're gonna have to bring a headset and play the soundtrack while you're walking through.
I got it in my head all the time playing.
Yeah, there you go. Have raptors in my backyard. Start on the trail cam. Turkeys are weird because they sleep in trees, and that makes no sense to me.
Right.
How does something that big get up there?
Well, they can fly, just not very far and very high.
Yeah. Yeah, just high enough to know that they can pounce at any moment.
Yeah, and you know what? They're almost scary. They'll come at you. I go on turkey hunting when that turkey came after me. Like, okay, enough. I'm gonna shoot you. I promise.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, go back. Go away. I'll see you in November.
There you
go. Yeah. It's what was that movie? The Dark Crystal. That's what that makes me think of. You didn't see The Dark Crystal way back? Okay. Should definitely check that one out. The villains in that, the Skeksis, I think they were called. They were kind of turkey vulture looking. They had that awful neck. Yeah. That was a good one.
ZZ's watched it.
Love Dark Crystal. Yeah, I mean, that was mid to late 80s, somewhere in there.
See, I didn't watch very many movies growing up, so there's a lot of stuff that I missed out on. And ZZ gives me crap every day for not watching a movie that he's watched. You never.
Well, that's the advantage of modern technology. You can go back and watch most of.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I've got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. Well, you got the rest of your life to do it. So.
No, I have to give credit where credit's due. Zizou, when I built my first castle mock, he was there with me every step of the way. He helped me quite a bit. We'd look up YouTube videos and look at other people's castle stuff and get ideas. So he was pretty inventive and helped me out in that stuff. So
now for mock building, do you basically stick to castle? Or do you just have like your moments where it's like, I'm just going to build something cool today?
I built a mock fish tank before Lego came up with theirs, which kind of irked me a little bit, but it is what it is. I built that. My first ever mock was actually in my first Jurassic Park. I built a big old lab.
Cool.
The first mock that I took to a show was I used to love the show, the Deadliest Catch.
Mm-hmm. So
I built crab boats and took them to the shows. That was fun. Then I got in this castle and I go, I want to build a castle. So I did. I went the weird route and bought like 19 of the 3-in-1 castles, the old one.
19?
Yeah, I bought every time I saw one, I bought it.
Wow.
And I built a big old castle out of just the 3-in-1 castle parts.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty big. But yeah, that was my first ever castle mock. And like I said, ZZ sat in the backstage with me, and we just look at stuff to keep me motivated.
Wow. Did you use any of the plans from the base model?
No.
No?
So all from my head.
Just tossed the book and got after it. Mm. That's great.
I built the actual set. Then I bought 2 more because there was rebrickable models. So I bought 3 more, built those. And I bought 3 more to build the other one and had in my small castle layout. And then I say, you know what? I'm just going to tear them apart and just build my own mock. And then my friends say, hey, there's a 31 castle for half off. I'd buy a used one off one of my friends and ended up by buying 19 of them.
Wow.
And I just tore all those castles apart that I had built and just started building a mock. It took me about, I don't know, it took me 2 or 3 months to get it done, but I finally got it done.
Okay.
I've been wanting to take it apart and redo it, but I haven't brought myself to do it yet.
That's a lot of work to undo.
Yeah.
Put some real time into that.
I'm going to make sure I take a lot of pictures before I do it, so at least I can look at the pictures what I had before. And then I built a cave for my dragons. That's a lot of slope working and hill building. That was a little bit more difficult than it was the castle.
Now, you mentioned earlier about not combining dinosaurs with castle because of OCD, right?
Mm-hmm.
My connection there is that if you have OCD and you're doing a bunch of slope work, it might actually be harder because your mind goes to everything being, parallel and straight.
Straight.
And yeah, and to work the slopes in, it's kind
Everything's
of
got to be in its
counter
place. Yep.
Yeah.
I that was another conversation I had with my friend Seth and ZZ. I was like, dude, I don't know if I'll show him. I said, is this too much? Because I'll put stuff on it. Man, I need some more. So I had more. Tried to make. I'm like, finally, ZZ just told me stop. It's rock work. It ain't gonna be perfect. I mean, it ain't gonna be uniform. It's gonna look different. It's gonna be all different directions. So, okay. So yeah, I that was my hardest thing I built was the mountain.
Dinos are kind of like dragons. Oh man.
Kind of a different.
Yeah. Yeah, but can dinosaurs breathe fire? I don't actually know, but in my head, only dragons can breathe fire.
No, see, yeah, there's another one that tries. No, can't do it.
Yeah.
Dino's
Okay.
supposed to be in the jungle and running after people.
So if you can have dragons with your castle, could you also have like a Pegasus or a unicorn?
That's where it gets touchy.
Yeah, because it's a fantasy creature, right?
I do like fantasy, so that's why they're my dragons. I do have a a lot of Harry Potter stuff in my castle realm stuff too. Like witches, I've got wizard and witches and witches and wizards tower, and I I like the fantasy part of it. So that where I can maybe sneak a dino in because I've seen a lot of people put elephants in there for castle. As
Elephants.
yeah, I've seen people put elephants in there, and they're part of their army. I think Shy does it. Shy time. I think he has elephants.
Well, elephants are Asian though, right?
Hmm. Yeah, but
Which
uh, see,
hmm.
we're back at the Game of Thrones idea. No, the
Mhm.
Army of the Dead. They had giants and they had dwarfs and stuff. So I mean, in the show, so that's where I let it go because it's okay.
That's so funny. I'm okay with unicorns and dragons, but elephants, that's what holds me up.
See, I'm telling you, I'm weird.
Okay. Yeah.
I think if I just made myself to put something in there and see how it looks, maybe I can change my mind. But it's still hard for me to put dinosaurs in castle realm.
Yeah. Horses, yes. Cows, sure. Elephants, yeah. Yeah, I don't under the elephants are tough. Like I wouldn't put a giraffe in there.
I've got a lion with my lion knights as a battle creature.
Lions are African.
Yeah, but it's Okay, here we go again. Game of Thrones. There's this episode where they had a lion in their army.
Weird.
Yeah.
I gotta watch this show someday.
Make
do
sure you're
that.
not around a bunch of kids.
Yeah, or my wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we watched the first episode like right after it came out, and that was enough for her. And it's like,
There's a
okay,
lot of suggestive, or I don't know what's the right word, but there's a lot of adult content
yeah,
in that show.
yeah. She was thrown. I think what was it? There was like a beheading or something in the first scene, or something
Yeah.
crazy like that.
Yeah.
And just like, no, that's fine. Yes, we're talking about you.
They decapitated the wolf dog things.
They decapitated the wolf dog things.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what. Nope.
that's
Game of
what that.
Thrones?
Yes,
Oh, the
Okay.
dogs. Yeah.
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 yeah. Apparently, that's what shut her off. But
Yeah. It gets worse than that. I'm sorry to say.
Dire wolves. Those were
Dire was. Yep.
what's Order saying here? I just walked into my leg room, misstepped, and straight kicked the side of the starlight drawers where my little plastic ribs are at. Ouch.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's no good, man. Don't do that.
Put some ice on it.
I totally read that wrong. I heard it said where my little plastic ribs are.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, how'd you kick your own ribs? But yeah, okay, I read that right now. Yeah, that's no good.
Hmm.
She is his sister. She is his. Oh, that's got to relate to Game of Thrones. Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of that too. You just got to, like I said, you got to be kind of open minded when you start watching this because you got, back in that day, that's what they did in real life. Even way back when they married their siblings.
Yeah, it's all weird.
It's all weird from there.
Yeah, I'm all right with weird. There's some lines though. That
I
was a
agree.
much.
Zizu, I did not want to watch that show. I watched the same thing as you. I watched like the first couple episodes. Like, what am I watching? And Zizu's like, I know you just got to overlook that. Just keep going. It gets better, And it did. I took his word on it. I kind of ignored some of the parts, but overall, I enjoyed the show. It turned out being pretty good. The battle scenes were pretty cool.
I love a good battle. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's HBO, right? So I really have no excuse but to watch that since I have it. And I love Jason Momoa. Couldn't make it past episode 1. Oh, okay.
Well,
Um,
I don't think he spoke a word of English in this episode anyway, so you didn't miss much.
yeah, it's funny. Our oldest daughter's name is Arya, and
Oh,
and everybody just assumes it was because of Game of Thrones.
really?
And yeah, I've never really seen it. We get. I picked. Well, my wife picked the name and spelled it differently. I chose the spelling based on Arya from Aragon,
Okay.
which dragons,
There you
still
go.
dragons. Yeah.
I like the name. Actually, the name's a beautiful name. But I get it. I mean, heck, I wouldn't like when I first named my daughter. Her name is Haley. Well, when we picked out the name, we didn't hear hardly anybody call their kid Haley until we named our kid Haley. Then it's all over the place.
Yeah. There's at least 3 ways to spell that too.
Yeah, so I've tried. We spell our Hailey is how we spell our.
Hailey. Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah. There's. I'm trying to think. Haley, who was on the show recently. It's Hayley. That's how she spelled it. Yeah. It's got to be tough to be a kid these days. I mean, when we were kids, names were tough. And middle school, they're the worst years of your life, no matter what generation you're in. I feel like now, because names are a lot different now than we were when we were kids, right? There were only 10 names when we were kids.
Right. And my parents chose a different route, called me Clifford. Come on.
Yeah.
Who likes Clifford? I got so teased when I was a kid because of the book Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh yeah.
I was called the Big Red Dog all my life. Like, really?
Yeah, that's tough. I don't.
I told my wife, I said, we're not naming our kid anything they can make fun of.
Yeah, well, good choice because I don't think there's much you can do with that, right?
Mm-mm. Nope. But it was my dad's middle name. Is the reason why they called me that. But
Okay,
I used
makes
to get on.
sense.
I go, "Oh, Dad, I didn't want your middle name."
Yeah, Heather's only spelled one way, and there's no way to shorten it or nickname it. Wow. Yeah.
We can call you Feather.
Yeah, there really is no way to shorten that.
Hey, is there?
Wow.
Well,
I'm just staring at it now. Like, what do you do there?
I don't know. Now you got me thinking about that, Heather. I don't know.
I'm Aunt Feather to my nephews. That's cool.
Aunt Feather.
I like that. What is Zizu short for?
Yeah, I forget where he told me about his name. I forget now. It's some. I don't even want to say it because I'll probably say it wrong.
I'm trying to think. The name actually sounds familiar for some reason.
Oh my
Redo all
God.
your castle. I have a perfect idea for you. Uh-oh.
I'm dying to hear it, Zizu. Dying.
Yeah, you might have a big project on your hands.
Well, he better get his butt over here and help me. Oh my gosh. See, look, you want me to match up firefighters with Castle. What the?
Oh, man.
Zizu.
I mean, back then they didn't have like electricity or pumps.
It's
So,
all bucket, or they just let it burn down.
yeah.
And to be fair, their building's made out of stone anyway. Where is it actually going to go? They just.
Yeah. Well, the drawbridges were wood, right?
Yeah. That's how people got into their castle, by burning their bridge down. That's why a lot of them had moats around the castles, trying to
Yeah.
defend that.
I love a good moat.
Yeah.
With all the dragons and fire, it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I suppose that they would have been able to manufacture like a manual pump, so they could spray water. Would have been a lot more work.
Be back like in the old days, how they had to do it. Yeah, two guys up there doing a pumping, and I could tell you a bunch of useless information about firefighting. Yeah, crazy.
I'm gonna try not to fall apart here. So Heather says, "What about the village people? They might need rescuing." I read that as, "What about the village people?"
Right?
Are
Are they going to sit there and sing YMCA?
Arson faction with dragons would be the villains. That's actually kind of awesome. I love that idea.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, we get a steel ghost in the building too.
What's up,
What's going on, man? A village people faction. There you go. That'd be the best. So you're saying there were medieval firefighters?
They put out their own fire buckets, like a bucket per brigade or something, but I don't think they had very good success at it.
All right. This is going off the rails and I love it. Plus the cats. Without firefighter faction, who would save the cats from the trees? Did they
That
really have? Yeah, I suppose.
they would just have to be up there till they figure out how to get down, Zizu.
What is the name of the series? I'm gonna remember it. There was a it was a trilogy about Arthur, and it tells the tale of Arthur and Merlin and all of that. So you have essentially castle, and you have a wizard.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember if Merlin had any pets in that. They were essentially like nomads, like the way that they traveled back then. So they wouldn't have had any pets.
I
Some
wouldn't think so.
horses. Yeah.
They're still talking about the cats in the trees, and
Uh,
I want to say sorry for my friends.
I love it. I love it. You guys are great. Yeah.
Mm,
Now I want to kind of go back and read a history book and see what kind of animals were around back then.
right? That would be.
I am curious about the animals.
I mean, I think they had cats. I mean, ain't that where the superstition of the black cat and all came from? Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that whole thing came from Salem.
Okay,
I thought
that could
during
be.
during the witch trial days and all of that.
I forgot that went on.
Yeah. All right, there you go, Heather. That's perfect.
There you go.
That just makes me want to have a costume party.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. That should be like an after hours costume setup for next Brick World.
There you go.
27 when TMC's got a heavy presence out in Chicago.
There you go.
Should make that a thing. Are you coming to Chicago this year?
No,
No.
I maybe next year
Okay.
after building this shop and stuff. It kind of drained the funds for this year, so next year it could be a possibility next year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, given the option, you made the right move there. You got, a lifelong awesome spot or like a 5-day trip.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. This shop has been kind of exciting. A lot of stuff's going to be happening. Stay tuned, y'all.
Yeah, that's kind of the nature of the show, man. We let the conversation go where it wants.
For sure.
So with the new space, how much of a plan did you have for your layout when you went in versus what you're thinking now that you're actually in there?
Well, at first it was just going to be a castle layout. Then, like I said, I got to watching these movies again, the Jurassic Park. You know what? I have room to put that back in there, so I can revisit. That's what brought me in to the layout thing was the Jurassic Park. I'm going to do that again, so I'm going to do that. So I got my castle in a U shape, and then I have a space for another U shape on the other side. And that's where my dinosaur is going to be, my Jurassic Park layout. Then I still got space behind it where my daughter wants to build a little city. So she's going to have 2 8-foot tables there to build a little city. I'm giving her my assembly square and Daily Bugle and Sanctum Sanctorum that I already have.
Wow.
To let her get started with that. And she's going to build some friend sets and mess around with. So it's bigger than what I thought. When you go out there, look at it, I don't know how much room I'm actually going to have until I took all my Lego out there and I figured, well, I have a lot more room than I thought I was going to have. So there's a lot of work going to be done. It's not going to happen overnight, of course, but I will.
It wouldn't be as much fun if it happened overnight, right?
Right. Yeah, this is going to be a journey.
So, what do you think the play is there? Do you just go little bits at a time, or do you pick up some bulk lots so you have a whole ton on hand and just kind of work that angle?
I do go buy bulk lots, and my friends get mad at me when I do because my the worst thing I hate in Lego is sorting. I hate it with a passion, but I buy this bulk lot because I need the parts so I can build what I want to build. But as I'm sorting, I am mumbling underneath my breath. I hate it. So I got to do a little bit at a time. I may sort 10 or 15 minutes of a day, then I got to get up and do something else. But I eventually get it done and put away. It just takes longer than most people. I need to hire somebody like Will to come and just sort for me. I have now I got like 3 tubs that needs to be sorted out, and I just don't want to do it.
Oh, I love sorting. I love it. It's every bit as therapeutic as building, I think.
Oh,
It just I could shut right off and just do it. Yeah. The problem is putting it away. Putting it away is a whole different story. That part's awful. But
I I wish I had that. I really wish I had that in me. I can do it. Like I said, I can sit there for the first maybe 20 minutes and be okay doing it. But it's like I get, I don't know what it's called, but I just get bored with it.
mhm.
So I got to get up and go do something else. Then I can come back and do it again for a little bit. A lot of times I do pay my daughter to go in there and she'll sort for me.
There you go.
But I just don't, I don't know how y'all like sorting so much. That's part of, I don't never understood. I always give Will crap about, he always said he loves sorting. I said, I think you just tell yourself that so you can get through it.
Yeah. I think the only time it's really bad is when you get to like the bottom of a bulk bin and all of the weird stuff starts showing
Mm.
up, like the bugs and the paper clips and like the 7-year-old Tic Tac and
Well, I always wash my Lego before I even sort it. So first thing I do if I buy a bulk lot is I wash it all and put it in a different container than that one it came in. I take a water hose and wash the old one out and save it because I'll use it and let it dry, and then I'll sort it
right.
into my collection. Um, so this that process, but like I said, I have a big container, and I got me a small tub where I fill it up so I can try to play tricks on my mind. This is all you got to sort,
Yep.
so I can. It helps me to get through it, but I can't. I got 20 minutes at a time. I call it good. In time, it'll be done, just not as fast as everybody else.
Oh, that's how you tell yourself the lie. Nobody's ever done. Not one person ever.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that right there. That's 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the people are saying, "Oh, Lego's getting so expensive. I'm not paying full price for anything ever again." And then, yeah, okay, sure. I never believe it. I don't.
Zizou. Cliff just decided he's not making purchases and then places order for everything. Oops. Hey, I tell you what, I've done good. Thank you very much, Zizou. I haven't bought that much as I usually do. A lot of my money went in the shop, so I couldn't buy very much.
Yeah, the bulk bin bingo needs to be a thing.
Let me ask you all something. Does it drive you nuts when you get a bulk lot and there's some minifigures in there, but they're missing their hands and their arms? Is that
I don't.
only me that gets that?
No, I think that happens to everybody. I don't mind the missing hands. It's the missing arms that drive me crazy.
Yeah, well, what are they doing with the arms?
I don't know, swapping them out to put them on other things or
Yeah.
something. It, it's far too often that you get a decent looking torso and an arm's missing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and put a replacement arm in and snap, and then it's
Yeah.
all junk.
I get excited when I see minifigures. I'm like, all right. Then I look at it, I'm like, what? No
Yeah.
hands, no arms, no legs, no head. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's work on that. Let's do bulk bin bingo. Let's make that a thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll call up the minifig company, minifig club, and see if they can actually produce those for us. Let's see if we can get those. It'll be a little bit away. Let's see if we can get those in like the July edition or something.
There you go.
That's never happened to me. What part's never happened? Minifigs missing pieces?
Well, you're lucky.
Yeah. I've never got a bulk lot that had 100% complete everything. Something that isn't on the card. Yeah, like the free space. I think regular bingo cards have a free space in the middle, don't they? That's how that
I think
works.
so. I always separate from the non. I do get some non-Lego stuff in there, Lego, but I keep the non-Lego bricks for Mills plates because why not? Nobody's going to see what they are.
Yep. Yeah. A few years ago, we got a bulk lot that had way too much non-Lego in it. And thankfully the price was good, so it wasn't awful.
Right.
But we ended up with like 40 pounds of non-Lego mixed in there.
Dang.
And we put it up on Marketplace. I think it was like $75 or something for the box. And it put it right in the ad, all non-Lego, mixed brands, various conditions, it's not cleaned, whatever, all the warnings out there. And we met somebody at the mall. They gave us like $75 cash, and we went directly into the Lego store. It was great.
Nice. Yeah. I use a bunch of non-Lego bricks for my Mills plates, and just because, like I said, why not? No, I mean, you put Lego on top of it, nobody's going to know what's in your Mills plates.
Yep.
And it's a lot cheaper to do it that way too.
Yep. Yeah.
I think the best bulk lot I had was like last summer. Of course, I'm a Dino guy, and I got on Facebook Marketplace just looking around. Guy had a tub. All I saw was dinosaurs on top. I forgot how much I paid $50 or something for it, maybe. I don't remember the amount, but I know when I brought it home and I had all these dinosaurs, I looked on Bricklink. If I sold my dinosaurs, I would have paid for that bulk lot like 5 times.
Wow.
And there was a lot of Lego. I got a lot of Marvel figs and DC figs in there. I got Joker from the Arkham Asylum, and
Nice.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I got one now.
Yeah. Well, you have an eBay store, don't you?
I do. I do have an eBay store, but it don't have much in it. It just has the GWPs. I'm gonna clean these. I mean, these are out of that boat. I haven't cleaned them up yet. I still gotta wash them and stuff, and then make sure they're put together right. Then I thought about selling them on eBay.
I think eBay's changed a lot over the last couple of years, like actually for the better, which is weird to say because not a lot seems to change for the better.
I started it because it was one of those New Year's resolutions. I wasn't going to spend that. Only time I was going to buy Legos if I sold anything. Okay, and I started on eBay and I posted. Surprisingly, I got rid of all my Star Wars stuff that big ticket. I got my UCS X-wing. I sold that on eBay. I sold a bunch of stuff on eBay from Star Wars and started doing pretty good. But now it just kind of died out. And the only thing that's on there is GWPs and some CMF figures. I need to go add some more stuff to it. I haven't had the time.
You got to give that algorithm a little tickle. Be reminded that you're there.
Yeah. But I think last time I sold something was like maybe a month ago. But
When we sold, we we sold the dark saber there yesterday, and the other GWP, the little Grogu thing,
mhm.
we sold that over there. I couldn't believe that one sold in like I don't even know 5 hours or something. That thing disappeared. $35 seemed all right. Let
I've
somebody have
had
it.
I've had that happen to me one time, and it was the GWP with the it was a Chinese one of those Chinese I don't know, two dancing lions or whatever.
Okay.
Uh, and I got it and I put it on eBay and sold that night. Like, well, that was quick.
Yep. Yeah. And then you're instantly like, oh man, I didn't charge enough, did I?
I just I don't know if this is the correct way to do it. I just look it up on eBay and see what everybody's selling theirs for, and I try to average it somewhere in the middle
Yeah.
and put it on there. It could be right, it could be wrong, but basically, well, I mean, I paid for the GWP when I bought the whatever I bought to get it, but I didn't actually pay for that GWP either. It's one of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
either way you look at it kind of deal.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you paid, $150 to get it and you sell it for 30, then whatever you kept,
Yeah,
it's you got a discount on it, right?
yeah, that's the way I looked at it. It makes me feel better that way. Of course, you get them naysayers. You paid for that when you bought the set. Okay, yes, true, but
Yeah.
I had to reach a certain threshold. I get it.
Yeah.
If I was going to
Do
buy the set anyway, so I might as well get the GWP with
yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's exactly it. I can't I can't imagine shopping at Lego unless there was a GWP. Like because they don't have real discounts, right?
Mm-mm.
I
Unless you use your
mean,
points, but
yeah. Like pretty much even when Lego is running, sales or whatever, usually you can just move over to Amazon or Walmart and still get it cheaper there.
right.
So you really need the GWP, double points, whatever kind of motivation.
That that is a good ethic way to do stuff, but Click and Cliff doesn't think that way sometimes. Because if there's something I want and I got the money, I'm buying it. If I get GWP, I get GWP. Yeah, and my friends tell me stop. Do I listen? No. Because hey, I want it. I want it because I want to build it. I want to have it in my collection. And I mean, I guess I could wait 5 months down the road when it's on for maybe a little discount, but it's hard for me to do that. I don't know why that is. I got ZZ tell me he'll go on sales and hang on. Too late.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the excitement of like the moment, it's a new thing, it's
Mhm.
coming, I've wanted this for ages. I'm still watching movies from the early 90s that I'm catching up on. Like I can't watch new releases. I'm still so far behind. Same thing applies to Lego, I suppose.
Like this. Okay, I told myself, well, the shop being built, I need to stop buying so much Lego, get caught back up in my savings.
Yeah.
And then the Jurassic Park Jeep is out. It's going to be
It's
coming out.
really nice.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I want it. And of course, my friend said, just hang on. But I use a Rakuten and I use to get it's cash back through Rakuten. It may not be much, but you do that in time, you'll get a good check through Rakuten coming in your mail.
Um, with that Jeep, is that Jeep Lego exclusive, or is that a
Hmm.
full release on that?
I think it's full release. I'll go
Okay.
look real quick.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Where am I at? Theme should be on. I think it don't say exclusive on it.
It doesn't. Okay. So simple thing to do then if
Yep,
you want
it
if
does. Sorry,
it
it does.
does. Okay.
It does. When you click on it, it does say exclusive up in the top right corner.
When something is not an exclusive and you want that day one discount, go over to a place like Card Cash and get yourself a discount gift card for Barnes and Noble and
Okay.
use your membership, and you combine all your stuff together and you get basically an instant 20% off on day one. Very easy.
Okay.
And then you don't have to wait, and you can still manufacture your discount.
There, another place you can get a Lego gift card on discount. I forgot what giftcards.com or something like that.
Yep.
You
Yep.
could
They
do
do
that.
that fairly regularly. Yep.
Yeah.
If you keep an eye out at Kroger runs some deals there too.
Okay. I don't have a Kroger around me. Or,
I don't either, but you can do them online.
oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't think about that.
Yep. They do some crazy ones every once in a while. We've seen $15 off 50 once or twice. And then, simple things, 10 off 100, whatever. So it's 10%. So, but still helps. All right. Ask Cliff why he loves the Lego movie so much. This is a loaded question. Why do you love the Lego movie so much?
Heather, payback. You know that, right? There is a payback.
Uh-oh.
I don't like the Lego movie. I watched it one time. I will admit, I watched it one time all the way through. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It's just not my type of movie. I love Lego. I love everything about Lego. But the movie, I was not like, it didn't do anything for me.
Okay. Huh.
I know people give me a lot of slack for that. Like I said, it's a good movie. I got nothing bad to say about the movie. It's just not my interest. It don't hold my interest. It's like, okay, this minifigures running all over, okay,
Fair enough. Do you like any of the Lego stuff?
Other side of the brick.
No. Well, I mean, other animated stuff, TV shows, movies, none of that?
No,
Not even Ninjago, huh?
I watched Ninjago. I watched a little bit of Ninjago. I watched a little bit of the Batman. It's just not my cup of tea. It's just not my cup of tea. I've watched it. Like I said, I watched the Lego movie all the way through one time. I'm not good. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Everybody loves it. I get it. It's Lego, but it's not my. It don't hold my attention. It ain't my cup of tea.
Yeah. Fair enough. What was it? Lego Batman movies CMF series. That was before my time, and I still can't believe how many of those different Batmans. It wouldn't be Batman, Batmans that there were.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Unbelievable, and it's pink ones and like powder blue ones and swimming ones and a caveman thing.
Yeah, I kind of like the caveman one. It looked pretty cool.
Well, I guess they had to do it since they only release like 8 DC characters ever. They just couldn't be bothered with it.
Okay, that's another thing. Why is DC not getting no love from Lego?
I don't know. It's a shame.
It's all Marvel. If we do get a DC, it's always Batman. I like Batman, but come on, there's more DC characters than Batman.
Well, we didn't even get a proper Superman set, did we? We just got that mech. Is that all that would have? Yeah.
I mean, they had opportunities. They had the Superman. Supergirl's getting ready to come out. Maybe they'll do something with Supergirl.
Yeah.
They had the Blue Beetle come out a couple
Yes.
years ago
Yeah.
on, and then they could have done something with that. I love that shit. That movie was awesome to me, but they didn't do nothing.
That old Blue Beetle minifigure is expensive too.
Hmm.
It's because they're rivals. So that's actually a great question. Is it because it's kind of competition? Like who signs the paycheck for that?
Right.
I mean, the license with Marvel, Disney, I suppose. I mean, that's top dollar. What's DC bring to the table?
Well, I guess I can see it that way, but then why even have a DC part in the Lego then? If you're just gonna give us Batman.
Because if they don't, who ends up with the Batman IP?
True.
You don't want to free that up and have whatever
Uh,
Mattel or one of them get it.
true. I can get that 100%.
Although Mattel has done nothing really.
No, hey, what the last big set was? What the Avengers Tower?
No, not. Did I say Marvel?
Yeah,
Mattel.
on
The
Mattel.
yeah, the brick shop there. They put out a couple cars,
Oh, they've got a couple more that's
a
coming
couple,
out.
and they did Masters of the Universe,
Yes.
but that was all garbage.
Yeah, they're coming out with some more. Uh, the He-Man stuff, but it's not as big as the Snake. You know that they had they had a couple good sets, and that was the big the Snake Mountain
Mm,
and the Gray
mm,
Skull Castle.
yeah.
They were pretty decent sized builds and pretty cheap, but I haven't built one myself, so I don't know how good the quality of the build is. But I have bought the orange pickup that came on that brake shop, and I'm
How
telling
was
you,
that?
I love the build.
Yeah. Okay.
It, if you see behind me, I got a bunch of crater cars, and I love vehicles, so I buy pretty well every speed champ and crater expert car that's come out since I've been in Lego. And I went back and bought some retired ones. So I built that brake shop one, and I can't really tell the difference of quality of the build.
Hmm.
Really enjoyed it. They are changing their game on the
Yeah.
brake shop.
All
So,
right. So the quality of the brick has improved over there.
huh?
The quality of the brick has improved over there because they were kind of like lightweight before.
I mean, you could tell the feeling. It wasn't Lego, but the grip power or clutch power was
Mm,
good,
okay.
and the build techniques. What I will say about Mega and Lego, Mega will make the specialized piece for their build, where Lego won't.
Mm,
So I can see the argument. Well, Mega just gives it to you, so it's easier, right? But the building experience was awesome on that set. I enjoyed it, and I bought the Corvette, and I'll probably buy a few more.
yeah. And they come with the Hot Wheels car too, right?
Yes,
That's a nice touch. I
yeah,
like that they do that.
and metal rims.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's some metal parts in there.
Wow.
I think there's still. I mean that part of they done that. I think it helped improved.
Huh. So my first thought there was, well, my first thought was that it's cool, and then it was, well, I don't think I would like it if Lego did that because it's not plastic. But I was also happy when they put out the little 3D printed train
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that was cool. So I guess I'm either like a hypocrite or of two minds or something there. I don't really know.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they're doing a 3D print stuff on some in the Lego set, like the train.
Hmm.
Uh, Very interesting. I will have to give Lego credit where they try things.
Mhm.
They're not afraid to do it. I mean, when you're $1 billion company, you can take chances, just like the forbidden smart brick. I'm happy they tried it. Hey, I got they tried something. It may work or it may not work, but
Yeah.
at least they tried it. And then if it don't work, they can say, "Well, we tried it; it didn't work, so we're not doing it no more." But then they could make it better, even, and people may start liking it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna continue to at least try to keep an open mind about that.
I've always had an open mind about it. I have heard a lot of people say that's the stupidest idea, and I bought one. Curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah.
I built it. The only thing I got against it is I think they should stay away from the minifigures.
Yeah.
Because when you start talking, I mean, the sound it sounds like, you ever watch the Charlie Brown Christmas special?
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what the made for. Not they make the sounds like the sirens and the swooshing noise, and
Yeah.
that's cool. But stay away from the minifigures because if you're not going to actually hear a voice, it's not really worth it.
Yeah. It works great for city and potentially like Jurassic World stuff if they could
That'd be
actually
cool. They
get the
made one
tones right.
It'd be awesome. They made one with dinosaur. I'd buy
Yeah.
it all day long.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's when it starts getting into the actual realm of play and for
Mhm.
kids, right?
Yep. I really do think they. I think it would have been better for the community. It wouldn't get so much backlash if they just sold the set without the smart brick at a cheaper cost, and whoever wanted the smart brick buy just the smart brick and the tiles and the charging separately. And if they wanted they buy that. They could put it in their set and play with it. If they didn't want it, they just have the set, and it could be a cheaper cost.
That's an awful lot like giving people options, though.
You're right. You're right. But
No, like I completely agree, and I get exactly what you're saying. I think their intent really was to force the issue, though. I think,
I think that could have been their mistake.
yeah,
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are being quiet to actually like it,
mhm,
and they would probably bought it separately with the set. I would have, because curiosity killed the cat. I wanted to try it and see what it was about.
yeah,
So I bought one. I bought two sets so I could play with them. I haven't built the other one yet, but I think if they would just sold it separately, and the people like me that wanted to try the smart brick can get one, and who knows, a few years down the road, they can make it where you can actually program your own sounds in them. Who knows?
that's when it'll really start to go off the walls.
Oh yeah, let's go off the walls, Lego. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah. Normies don't mock or mod sets, and they get more of their revenue from millions of normies than they do from just 1 million AFOLs. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, and that's why there is a new pedal bike, right?
I saw that. Like what?
Yeah, it was something for the normies that they just hadn't done yet. Like that, they've got to check every box, every category, and every like, I don't know, niche, subculture, whatever.
I can't fault them for it. I mean, if you're in a business to make money, you're going to try to reach out and get everybody's,
Yep.
interest and get them involved.
Yeah.
Something like cycling out there, they're going to buy that set. I like motorcycles, and I bought that Fat Boy.
That was
That
good.
caused me to want to buy that, so I bought that.
Yeah, there's
Just pull up the heartstrings.
what was I watching? See, the problem with watching too many live streams is you start to lose track of like where you were. I don't know. Maybe it was ACOB. I'm gonna guess it was. I think it was Pure Rant Fury. Brent from ACOB just happened to be in chat. Um, like, why haven't they made a skateboard yet? That
Very true.
seems far more like fitting
It
with
could be
Lego
coming.
than a pedal bike. Yeah.
It could be coming. I mean, I think they did a. I don't see why they wouldn't do a skateboard.
Yep. That should have happened. Or I mean, it could still happen, but I'm very surprised it hasn't happened yet. That'd be fun.
That would be. I mean, me personally, I'm not. Only time only one time I ever got on a skateboard and I fell and busted my butt and I said no more. But I see other people, would probably enjoy that set.
Yeah.
And you know, it'd be cool if they give you a bunch of extra brick where you can do those little designs. Back in when I had one that had all these cool designs on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And you can make your own design at the bottom. That'd be pretty cool.
It just comes with a dots kit, right?
Yeah. See, they should bring them back. People can use them.
Dots is the greatest theme to ever be terrible, or the
Right.
worst theme to ever be great. Like however you combine the words there. But
I used to love to get those dots
Yeah.
packages and stuff because I can use the dots on other stuff and the curves and the little those cheese plate looking. I don't know what the correct term of them are, but I call them cheese plates, little corner
Yeah.
plates or whatever. I
Yeah.
can use a lot. I know a lot of usage for them stuff. I'd buy them.
Yeah, I mean, there's. I'm actually surprised I don't see one. They're nearby. My daughters were just wearing a couple of the Dots bracelets, like today. They're awesome. They're great for the kids and little craft projects and fun things like that. Yeah, there you go.
A little present from my friend Heather. I needed a good cup to put my pens in, and she hooked me up and gave me. I got some of these dots, and I decorate the coffee. I mean, cool stuff.
The proper holder for pens and pencils is very important.
That's the most important thing I have in my studio here, where I stream from. Is that I'm always clicking pins.
Yep.
When I need something right down, I've got markers in there. I got a whole assortment of scissors.
I can't do the clicky pens. I learned like the second or third episode we did. I can't be trusted with them.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, because the microphone picks up on it too much.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, not you. I get out of control with them, and it starts to sound like a machine gun.
Oh,
I'm far too fidgety.
that's why I have it. I got something to do with my hands.
Yeah, I can't hear it on your end at all.
I usually just twirl it like this, kind of just twirl it around.
Yeah, I started. I probably have one over here. Fidgeting with the clips.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but unfortunately, doing that, I started breaking all of the clips off the pen, trying to resist the click.
That's what I call my click and clip. I gotta click something. I don't. Oh,
What does it say? But I don't want that. Even if I did, it's impossible to get a million people to all agree on anything. Yes, Play-Doh. Oh, no, I can't. No, I can't do Play-Doh. I appreciate what you're getting at there. Maybe one of those Neato things might work.
or even one of those fidget spinners.
Yeah. I had one of those at some point and it took off on me.
My wife usually stole mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like right now I have just a random like 1x2 brick and a skeleton. And I've just been kind of putting the brick on and kind of spinning it around. They're both scuffed up, so I'm not worried about hurting them.
I do that too. I got this cup of parts that from sets. Got the extra parts. I'll throw in here and sort later. I usually grab a couple of parts out of there and just keep snapping back and forth together.
Oh, so Heather, you have to keep an eye out on christianbuck.com, which sounds odd, but one of the greatest websites. Like twice a year or so, you'll see Lego sets go on clearance for like 70% off, and weird things like the Nito fruit and a couple other things have been clearanced out for like 50 or 60% off.
Hmm.
And customer service there is great. Shipping is awesome. Your stuff doesn't come all damaged. It's a very good company worth checking out, and cheap.
Nice.
Yeah. And for the bulk buyers out there, if you order through christianbuck.com, you can actually set up LTL shipments. So if you want to order, a pallet of clearance sets, they'll pack them up for you, and they'll set you up a good rate on shipping.
Nice.
So yeah, but yes, cheap Nito. That's where to look for that.
Neato. I never heard of that, so that's cool.
Yeah. It's what would you even compare it to? It's like the cross between like a beanbag animal and like a ball of silly putty, where it's just like that weird like texture, but the outside of it has I can't even begin to explain what the exterior texture is. It's weird, but it's very good for like smushing kind of fidget. They feel so good. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I know I can't do Play-Doh because I can't stand the smell of Play-Doh. It has that weird smell. I just can't get on my hands.
Yep.
Can't do it.
Yeah. It gets in carpet and it gets under fingernails. And my oldest still loves the taste of it for whatever reason.
Ooh.
And we'll just catch her nibbling at it. And yeah, it gets everywhere.
Dang.
It's stuck in hair. Yeah. I just wish it didn't fall apart.
Right.
Kinetic sand. That's the other bad one. I hate kinetic sand.
My daughter likes to play with that stuff. It was weird to me.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. How does that work? It's got like part-time glue.
My daughter makes slime out of Elmer's glue and something else. I don't like the feeling of that, so I don't know what to say.
That's a weird one. Ooh, I want some of that sand. Yeah. Target clearance is a good spot for kinetic sand, cheap. Yeah, very messy though. Man, it's getting hot in here too. What was
Is that too loud?
No, that's fine. I'm gonna go back here. Give me 1 second. There was something earlier today. I was like, shit, I gotta ask him about that, and I've completely lost the question here. Hopefully this does not have audio. Where was it? Okay, well, while I scroll by looking for my question here, I'll ask you about this one. How was Gizmo? Is Gizmo as awesome as I want it to be?
I've had absolutely joy building it, but I only got half of it built. I'll be building the rest of it tomorrow night.
Okay.
But what I've built so far, I've absolutely loved it. It's a fairly easy build. It looks good so far. Like I said, I haven't got the head yet. I'm kind of worried about the ears because they look kind of thin, but we'll figure that out tomorrow night. But so far, I've absolutely loved it. And that's one of those sets that tugged at my heart. I love the Gremlins.
It's the best Christmas movie of all time.
I agree. I agree. Good stuff. Just don't feed them after midnight.
Yeah. And apparently they're going to be making another one.
That's what I've heard. That's what I
I
heard.
I hope it's true. I really do.
Only thing I hope they don't do is screw it up.
Yeah. Yeah, which I mean, I guess it's 50-50 on that, but I don't
I'm
know.
still going to watch it though.
Oh yeah. Yep, for sure.
I heard that when I heard the ET got approved, so I'm waiting for ET to come.
Yeah. I mean, ET I appreciate just because, I saw it as a kid and, thinking back then, but I don't think that one's passed the test of time quite as well. Gremlins I can watch today and
Right.
enjoy just as much.
One reason why I love ET because that reminds me of my mom. That was my first movie that she's ever took me to a theater to go watch.
Oh,
So I gotta have it. It's all sentimental, and I can't pronounce that N word.
nostalgia.
Nostalgia.
Yep.
I don't know why I have a problem with that stupid word.
Okay. Yeah, we had to make sure we got that one out there. We don't want any N words hanging out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was just tugging on my heartstrings. I gotta have them. Just like the Goonies. It was one of those, I gotta have it.
Yeah. Yeah, and what was the other one they're talking about there? Never Ending Story
Yeah.
and Labyrinth.
I never watched Labyrinth, but
No.
Never Ending Story. I love that movie too.
Man, Labyrinth was great. So good.
I need to give that a shot.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, a fantastic cast, great soundtrack. Everything about that was cool. I mean, and there were Muppets. Anything with Muppets is all right in my book.
There you
go. All right, I'm going to get to the bottom of this here. Yeah. Oh, I do love that you do minifig club haul videos.
Oh yeah.
I think that's a nice little touch there. We're excited. We are now members over there, so we'll be getting our first batch.
Good group. They're a good group. They'll take care of you.
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't told Aria that it's coming yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing her reaction.
She's going to enjoy it. They got cool stuff in there. And of course, you got the figs and the trading cards. Pretty awesome. Did you get a coloring book yet?
No, not yet.
Well, you ought to get a coloring book and color.
Yeah, I should. I had intended to, and then that was, right when the charity stream was going on. I completely lost track of everything in life. I'm still in mental recovery mode.
I get it. Yeah, TMC is a cool group. That's a pretty cool group to be a part of. Yep. They're good people. They're good people over there. One of my friends runs it. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to give her a big head or anything.
Oh, that's funny. Ken does not have a coloring book.
Well, they're good people over there. They're good people. Yeah. They're pretty exciting. They enjoy what they do, and it shows.
And so, I basically don't use Facebook like ever. I'm on there. I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes a week. In a couple, different Lego reselling groups there or whatever. But since we signed up for TMC, that shows up in my feed now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not great with tact with some of these things, but I'm going to try to be nice here. Some of the questions and complaints that come up there are
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how to put it. Like, come on, people, get it together. And the responses to these stupid questions are so professional and so level-headed and like, It's not my business, and I'm still getting mad. Like,
I
what's wrong with you?
I tell them every day. I say I could not be your customer service. I'd end up going off on them and losing my job.
Yeah, yeah.
I could not do that. They do a good job of controlling. They're good with customer service, though. They they may they may be having a bad day, but they're still going to be respectful on Facebook and all that stuff. So that's a good deal. I don't see how they do it.
Yeah, one of the questions was like, none of these parts go to the same minifigure. What am I supposed to do with this? And it's like,
Imagination.
that's the whole point. Like, that's what you signed up for. Like, oh,
You use your imagination. Now, the funny one I get is when they say, "Well, I got duplicates." Okay, and
yeah, yeah.
who cares?
Maybe you got twins. Do you have any twins in your house? Now you do.
I think they had one month of hockey sticks, and I guess somebody complained about having more than one. I'm like, well, you can make a team. You don't have to buy.
Yeah.
You got two. You got two there. It saves you money on buying them later if you're making a hockey team. I mean,
yeah. Were you going to send your figure out to play by itself? That's not
Right.
exciting. Yeah, I don't know. And really, so this is something I can relate to all too well because I also have a low ticket product, right? When people are in the under $20 a month price range, it's a cheap service. I mean, not that people should be, treated like it's a cheap
Right.
membership or anything like that. Of course not. But people in some of these programs are acting like they're paying $1,000 a month, and they're getting this amazing thing. No, you're getting something awesome for $15 a month.
Mm-hmm.
There's $15 a month and awesome, and then there's like $500 a month awesome. They're different things. So
Right.
set your expectation.
Listen, you're getting 3 minifigs. Okay, you
Yeah.
get 3 legs, 3 torsos, 3 heads, 3 hair pieces, or hats. You get 10 accessories, and plus you get these little extra, magnets and these cards. Man, these collectible cards. Some are foiled, some are not. You'd just be surprised what you get. Um, they're trying different things. Coloring book. I think it was a success for them. I didn't realize there was that many people out there that like to color, but I guess there is.
Well, I mean, aside from adults, I mean,
Right,
kids and coloring books kind of go hand in hand, right?
right. I think for whatever it is a month, I think it's a good value.
Yep. Yeah.
You tell me where you can buy 3 figs, and when CMS are $5 a piece, that's $15 for 3 figs.
Yeah.
And plus you get all these accessories to go with it.
Yeah. I mean, if you just go to the little bit build a minifig station, it's $10 for 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you get all the extra stuff, and it's shipped to you.
Yeah.
Which people forget about the value of shipping.
The shipping is so crazy.
If I ship this one single brick to somebody in like the middle of the country, it's $6 to ship this.
Wow.
So
Yeah, they don't realize that stuff. They don't.
yeah, magnets. Oh man, that's right. Well, I have to make sure that we continue to have space for magnets in the future.
You need to get her to let you get one of these. These are real special one. That's me.
That's you?
That's me. They made me a month a year ago.
Was that a Cliff Vader?
That was a night. They made me a castle themed.
Oh, that was a sword. That looked like a lightsaber.
No,
Okay.
it was a sword.
Okay.
But yeah,
The Cliffy Knight.
Cliffy Knight.
Oh,
my camera
okay.
does
Yeah,
stuff.
I see it now.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's fun.
Yeah. It was a surprise. I enjoyed that month.
That's a cool surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the that's right, because you got celebrity status of being like mixed into the coloring book too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, look at that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
World
pretty
famous.
cool.
Oh, you took part in the coloring night the other night, right?
Yeah, yeah.
How,
That was the first time I really colored.
yeah.
I think
How'd
I
that
colored when I was a kid, but I mean, I don't.
how'd it go?
It went, the stream went fine, but I've already retired from coloring.
Okay,
Um,
not just not your jam, huh?
Not my jam, but I guess we're going to hold a coloring stream once a month. So
Oh man.
what I do for my community, I tell you.
Yeah. Now, are you actually required to color, or could you figure out another way around?
I asked if I could build Lego in that color, but they didn't really answer me.
Hmm, okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what the cheat code is for coloring. I mean, I guess you could get like a stamp. Maybe you could markers.
The markers I got, I think, handicapped me because I
Oh,
probably
okay.
used the wrong colors.
Okay.
But
Uh, we featured brick builder John, aka Lego Master contestant, TMC member John Walls. Cliffy can Lego. Okay, there you go. You can Lego instead of coloring.
good.
There you go. It's a good deal. So you still get to hang out and do all the usual things.
Heck yeah, that's the important thing.
Beautiful. Uh, so now that my pacing is all wrong here because it's Tuesday, help me with my timeline here. So you guys are on tomorrow night at
7
7.
7
Wait,
p.m. Central.
oh, Central. Okay, so
So it'll
8
be 8
p.m.
p.m.
Eastern.
Eastern.
Okay. And then your coffee time podcast, that's 10 on Thursday
Yes,
a.m.
on Heather's channel, TMC Heather's.
Okay.
And then we got the Clicking and Breaking mainstream show on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Central, so it'd be 9 o'clock Eastern your time.
Okay. That's where the confusion is. Okay, because the central time thing throws me off, and Sundays I'm all jumbled anyway because it's the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Because on Sundays I try to bounce back and forth between you guys and the Brick World channel, kind of ping
Mm-hmm.
pong back and forth there. But you start. I'm trying to think. Mark starts right as my kids go to bed, and you guys start when I'm still in like the mental rehab spot and I haven't got my shit back together from the whole weekend.
Right.
And that's why I can never figure out kickoff times. Okay.
Yeah, just 7 o'clock Central on Wednesday nights, and then 8 o'clock Central. I could 8 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday
Okay.
night, and 9 o'clock Eastern on Sunday nights, and 10 o'clock Eastern on Thursday mornings with on TMC Heather's channel for
All right.
coffee time.
All right. So 8, 10, 9.
8, 10, 9.
Okay. All right. Easy enough to remember. When, so you did, hopefully I don't pronounce it wrong. Is it Bunny or Bunny? How do you
Bunny.
say her name? It's
Bunny.
just Bunny, like bunny rabbit. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The spelling made me unsure there. Uh, that was separate though, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh, I always wanted to do a one-on-one interview type video
Hmm.
with random people, and I'll be asking you to do it at some point. But uh, just I want and those videos I don't really want to talk about Lego. I want to talk about other hobbies that you're in to get to know that person
Yeah.
more than just the Lego. Something else that they're into. Bunny was big in diamond art and doing all these other kind of hobbies, and
Yeah.
share that, just get to know the person a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool because you get to talk about the crossover between her and your wife sharing hobbies and things like
Yeah,
that.
it
That
was
was
cool.
cool.
It was cool stuff.
Yeah. That format is hard.
It is.
Hard. Yeah. I mean, I love the interview kind of thing, and hanging out one on one, but not one on one, right?
Right.
Because chat's here, and you guys are all fantastic, and we love having you here.
Right.
But it's harder to hold the energy. I think one
It
on
is.
one.
It is, and and it helps when the person you're interviewing actually you get them interested because they're the ones that actually carrying the energy because they're excited to talk about their hobbies
Yeah,
and their other interests and stuff. So they get excited, and I get excited for them. So it kind of helps,
yeah,
and it gets me to think about other questions. Like I said, I hardly ever pre-plan nothing. The interview nights, I'm asking questions on top of my head. Okay, and I'll do research. Like I'll go through your channel and see what you're into, so I know what kind where I can at least know the direction of my questions. Like Bunny, I knew she loved diamond. I knew that already because she does that on her stream sometimes on Saturday mornings, and I already knew that, so I knew what kind of question I could ask her. If you ask somebody the right question, they'll talk they'll do all the talking. You're just sitting there watching them because they're excited about what their hobby is. I interviewed Seth. He loves music. If you haven't checked he writes and sings his own music. He's a Lego guy too. He loves Lego, and I started talking to him about his music. You see a little smirk. He gets a little brighter when he talks about it. He talked. He was excited. He talked about it. And the Brickable Cow. Everybody thinks he just likes Lego, but we found out that he likes roller coasters. So I mean, there's other,
fun.
You get to know other people more than other than Lego because you think we're in the Lego community. That's all we do. No, I like to fish. I interviewed Clever Pig. He likes to fish. So I mean, there's other things to people than just Lego, and I like to go around that. And when I do that kind of interview, I like to get to know the rest of them. The rest of what they like to do. Even if I don't like to do anything but sitting in a lazy boy watching movies. Well, what kind of movies are you watching?
yeah.
You can get the conversation going that way.
So it's funny that you brought that up because I was just thinking, like, what if there's a person that doesn't have any hobbies? But I suppose that is kind of a hobby in itself, right? Just watching movies or
You're watching movies, listening to music. I think you can count anything as a hobby. I mean, even if it's, I don't know, gaming is a hobby to me. I mean, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. And isn't the definition of a hobby just like an unpaid leisure activity?
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom doesn't have any hobbies.
Yeah, she does.
How is that possible? Like,
Yeah, I know, Seth. He's kidding.
see,
Coloring.
yeah. See, now, I suppose it's possible not to have any hobbies because, like, I think the definition of a hobby is an unpaid leisure activity, right?
Right.
I don't have like anything in my life that I haven't managed to monetize in some kind of way.
Is there anything that you like
Yeah.
to do though? I mean, that's fun. That you call fun.
Yeah, I'm in it like while I'm in the process of working. Like I love music and I love movies, but I don't have any time to do those when I'm not working.
Right.
So I don't know if that still counts.
I think if you enjoy something, and even if you only do it for 5 minutes in a month time, it's still a hobby.
Okay.
I think if
Then
you,
yeah. Okay.
because you're basically just you're doing something, even though it's for a couple minutes. That you enjoy doing. That's taking your mind off of whatever that day has on your brain that few minutes, you're doing something that you like doing, that you're not really thinking about anything else. So you're enjoying something. So I consider that a hobby. I don't care if you're doodling pencil characters on a piece of paper. You know,
Okay. All right. Cool. That makes me feel a little better about
well,
my what I thought was a lack of humanity over here.
no. Hey, listen, I don't have. I mean, I like to go fishing. I don't go do that every day.
Yep.
I may go once or twice a year. So it's not something that I do every day or every weekend or every other weekend. Maybe once or twice a year, I go fishing. So I mean,
What kind of fishing?
well, I used to have a boat and go bass fishing, do tournaments, but since I got disabled, I sold the boat, done all that. I just sit on the bank in an easy chair. And a lot of times I have my pole in the water. I'm not even concentrating on my pole. I'm looking at the wildlife, the squirrel playing in the tree or whatever.
Yeah.
Am I really fishing? Or I'm just out there just enjoying the break from life, you know?
Yeah. The best part about fishing is the fishing. The worst part about fishing is the fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call it fishing. I may not, if I catch one, great. If I don't, great. The fact of being out there and just getting away from everything, just having my own space to think,
Hmm.
is perfect.
Yeah. Water's good for that.
Mm-hmm.
I, I, I don't know. There's some kind of like connection with water. I think it's good for the soul.
Very true.
Where did this was shit? That was 2 days ago. So I didn't catch this one. Tay Ray Gun. I got to go back and watch that one.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's also a TMC member. He's a good guy. He usually I see him more on the TikTok side of things instead of Instagram or YouTube. But he does have a YouTube channel and Instagram. He does stuff on. But he's a good guy.
So I love the way you did that. He's also a TMC member. Like that is the new community badge of honor.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it is.
That's
I got no, I got nothing but good to say about the TMC people in the business they're running over there.
so
And I guarantee you, if there's something messed up, they'll do what they can do to fix it.
yeah. And not send hateful responses.
No. I always thought you get more bees with honey than you do vinegar.
Yeah. Just makes me think of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. My mom used to tell me that all the time. I get mad, I'll say something like, you get more honey with bees with honey than vinegar. Well, okay.
Damn it, Mom, I don't want to be. Oh. Yeah, it's very true, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. Well, we're creeping a little past 11. It is getting late. I think it's about time to wrap up. This has been awesome. It's been a pleasure hanging with you tonight.
For sure.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
For sure. I've been looking forward to this. And
Yeah.
everyone in chat, thank you for hanging out. You guys are all awesome. Next Tuesday, Em will be on with us. She is the Brick Maiden. You may know her from all of the places. Now the Hidden Bricks show. She is a co-host with Matt Bricks over there. She's great. So she'll be on next Tuesday.
Sweet.
And then we had one more book for the month. The 19th? The 19th, I guess, is 2 weeks from now. The owner of... they're new to me. Hold, please. Dynamo Bricks will be on. They are a UV printing company that does bricks and tiles and stuff. I actually just got a delivery from them yesterday, and great product and really good prices. So the owner's going to come on. We're going to hang out for a little while and find out a little bit about their business. So that'll be cool.
Nice.
So that's the next two. Thank you all again. I appreciate you hanging out. Thank you, Cliff.
You're welcome.
We will see you guys. I'll see a lot of you guys in chat tomorrow night.
All right.
All right. Good night, folks.
See us live.